new episode of Metal Oda. My guest is the wonderful Mario Duplantier of Gojira.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on your first Grammy Award. So how was the excitement of the awards? And, the Olympic Games show was the metal event of the year, last year in 2024. And you have beaten metal giants like Metallica and Judas Priest. And your feelings about this Grammy award, and what has changed for Gojira afterwards?
It's exceptional. We feel very happy about it, As you said, we felt like, of course, the Olympic ceremony is such a big deal, in terms of impact, in terms of mainstream media. Also, we were able to use a huge production because of the budget from Paris 2024. We got this huge productions behind us, like all the fire, the streamers, all the singers, on every windows. We were able to play on a castle, La Conciergerie, which is a very old and famous building. Yeah. So I would say like all these elements, it's not about only Gojira, but it's the potential of this Olympic community. So what I feel is against the other bands, we got a huge advantage, having all these elements, So it made sense for us to win the Grammy, but you never know, it's really... Yeah. There is no rules with the Grammy. We've been nominated a few times, but I would say that the event is so important in terms of historical importance, because it's the first time metal have been played on such a mainstream event. So, I was not sure, but I felt like we had a good chance to win,
Yeah, I was sure about it, pretty much. And speaking of the Olympics, the day of the ceremony, the weather, of course, it was terrible, And how did you prepare for the show at the Conciergerie? La mise en scène, the positioning of the members of Gojira on the balconies, exciting maybe, and metal.
It was just a great experience. We didn't had a chance to practice before. We just had a practice, a rehearsal moment, but it was not on the castle. Actually, it was in a place called Le Philharmonique. So it's another venue the day before. But the day of the show, we couldn't really. We went on the platform. I was able to set my drums with my drum tech. And prepare the monitors and all that, but it was really fast, really quick, because we were not allowed to reveal the fact Gojira was going to play, because there were still people working around and they wanted to keep it secret, So because of that, we were kind of stuck in a no preparation mode, but we love challenge in Gojira. We've been touring for 30 years, and we played in, I would say, any and all types of different conditions. We were able to play in
so you are ready.
And we opened for Metallica with no sound check and all that. So we're not afraid, I would say. So for us, it was just another challenge. And a very exciting challenge. Also, you have to know that for the Olympics, the security was top-notch, like a high level of security. So we had like ropes and all that, and we were not allowed to go on the platform without someone holding the rope and all that. So for all these reasons, there were no danger, really.
Yeah, exactly. That was one of my notes here, because you had these security belts and you were high on the Conciergerie building, and it was a little bit dangerous, of course.
Yeah.
And talking about first, Marina Viotti was also my guest here in Metal Oda last year, and she became the first female artist to win a Grammy for Best Metal Performance. And at the Olympics, it was the first time a metal band performed at the opening ceremony. And the crowd in Paris and the TV audience was shocked by Gojira's music. And what were the reactions after the show? And do you think it helped increase the visibility of metal music in general?
Yeah, of course. Of course. I would say especially in France. I don't know outside of France, but I can tell you that something changed. And for good in terms of genre. Like
exactly.
We don't have this metal culture in France. I don't know about Turkey, but what I'm saying is the overall pop culture here. I would say on the radio and TV, you never hear a lot of rock music or metal music. I'm even talking about rock music. There is no rock category on the musical ceremonies. You know, les Victoires de la musique. It's the equivalent of the Grammys.
Voilà.
There is no rock. There is no metal. So since the Olympics, we've been on all the biggest radios. We got like interviews, and even sometimes we just like had reviews of the Olympics and all that. So it's really changing now, the perception, and we can tell because we see the article, we see TV shows. For the Grammys, we've been on every French channel. For example, they talked about us for even 1 minute or 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but they talked about the band and metal music. So it's truly very, very powerful for metal in France. And it seems like maybe this event will, because of this event, probably there will be a new category on the musical awards in France.
Exactly.
Which is a big deal. Yeah.
This is a win. Yeah. It's great. And, drumming is very physically demanding and challenging. And you seem like a timid person, but however, behind the drum kit, you become a drum master. How do you balance your high adrenaline performance on stage and your mostly family-oriented life off stage?
It's through the experience. You know, at first it's hard to understand, but after being in this band because I started Gojira, I was 14 years old, so I'm 43. So it's most of my life, you know. I've been playing in this band, and I learned through the years how to balance things, how to balance also my personality, because as you said, I'm a bit timid. I'm not really timid, but what I mean is I'm kind of quiet and reserved, you know. But stage is something else, you know. It's just it's
stage presence.
It's an expression where I'm allowed to just put my social mask on the side and let something else expressed. I would say there is no formula for that. It's just dealing with, you know, just observing. Like you just have to find the right balance, listening to people around, your families, what they ask for. And also, we're quite down to earth in the band, so we never talk about Gojira when we are on home, for example. We don't play, I don't play Gojira music. I'm not talking about it that much. It's
part during the day,
it's part also of a respect for the other members, you know, even my kids. We listen to a lot of music, but we never listen to Gojira, really, you know? So, because I want to be a normal dad and I don't want to over-stress them with my career or Gojira. I want them to be themselves, you know? I want them to have their own path. And if I can help, and I know my daughter, who's 11 years old, loves music, so she would love to be a singer, maybe. So I told her, you know, do whatever you want, but you just have to know that it needs a lot of work, a lot of dedication. You have to be smart, but you really have to keep the fire inside. And there is no rules with music, you know. You never know. Maybe you will make it, maybe you won't make it. But if you do this plus this plus this, there is always a chance. So I always try to stay humble and you know, but also stage and regular life is two different things. When I'm on stage, it's my job, it's my passion,
Exactly.
it's my sport,
Special.
it's my physical, exorcism. So it's everything on stage. Yeah. It's cool.
Wow. About your art, about Mario Duplantier's art and paintings. And I find that your art is deep, dark, and very personal. And you often portray nature, animals, and melancholic, sometimes sad human figures. And I think that your paintings feel magical like Marc Chagall and dark like Francis Bacon, maybe. How would you describe your own artistic expression?
I'm not in the best position to analyze my art because I have no idea how to describe it. Also, I don't have that much culture about art. I don't have that much technique. And it's exactly what I like about it. It's compared to the drumming, which you need tools. You need to work constantly. You need to, even your wrist needs to be, soft, and you need to work on your legs and your independence. And it's a constant work. What I like about the painting is the fact I don't put any pressure on myself. I'm
Just
allowed
let
to have.
Yeah.
I'm allowed
It just
to have.
flows.
Yeah, exactly. Zero technique, zero technique. I don't care. It's not about this. It's just about expressing something, even like a child. So my art, I would say the only thing I could say is it's a very naive art. You know,
Naive.
because I'm not following a certain culture or a certain path of or a certain convention. It's just me trying to do something without any pressure, and it's exactly what I feel good about it.
Yeah. It's maybe it's a way of relaxation also for you.
Relaxation, and also it gives me answer to certain questions without words. Like existential, about life in general and overall spiritual questions. Sometimes I feel like through the art and through the expression of an artistic dimension, without words, you can find some answers. It's a bit abstract what I'm saying right now, but it feels great. It feels great.
Wonderful. And, I'll talk about activism because it's a very important factor defining Gojira, I mean. So in today's modern world, we have lost our connection to animals and nature, and our perception is distorted. For example, when we watch a Disney movie and see the animals, we cannot associate them with the meat on our plate. And so this adds to the cruelty of industrial animal farming. People do not think about the meat, that it was once an animal being full of life. And in our daily lives, we have so much imagery of animals around us. On toys, on our notebooks, on ornaments, fabrics, everywhere. And yet, as a society, we continue to turn a blind eye to their pain and suffering. So Gojira stands out for its activism and environmental consciousness. And as a band, you have supported the indigenous people of the Amazon. And Joe also campaigns for the PETA. And you raise awareness about whale hunting. And not only you write songs about these issues, but you take real action. Do you feel that Gojira has made a difference in raising awareness about the injustice in the world and about the environmental destruction?
It would sound very pretentious if I would say something like this. We have no pretension. We just try to be in phase with ourselves. We just try to stay coherent and talk about things that matter for us. I don't know about, what we did what we are we like a leader in this kind of activism? I don't think so as well. We just try our best. Also, in the band, the dynamic is different. I would say Joe is the one who's like doing a lot. I'm less, for me, it's less easy. I'm more on the activist side, and every time it's political, I'm a bit like frozen. Even if it's not political, it's just a common sense, I would say. But Joe is a stronger. He has a stronger shoulder to go and do some really precise actions to get to make a bridge with the real. I'm more an abstract, attractive. I'm more attracted by abstraction in general, and I'm not talented for that, but I'm following Joe. Anytime he had an idea, the four of us always agree, and we want to support him every time. He went to Denmark to help Paul Watson get out of jail.
Paul Watson.
So with Gojira, we paid for the trip and all that. We want to support all actions because Joe is kind of a leader on his own in the band because he has this vision sometimes. And our role in the band is just to make his vision realistic, So, but yeah, I don't know. You can have a metal band and talk about something else. It doesn't matter for me as soon as you feel great about it. And I don't want to give any lesson to anyone. And I don't feel it's necessary to talk about something like this. If you play metal, you can also talk about relationships or love or fight or religion, whatever is important for you. I don't want to judge, I think there is not one way to proceed and to express art. I really feel it has to be coherent and for you. That's what I think.
Exactly. And as I said, your lyrics and the topics you are discussing in your albums are turning into action. And I have this note here, like when you said in Silvera, when you change yourself, you change the world. Maybe the change will start by people who listen to your music when they start thinking on the lyrics, and then the change will start. And, this year's biggest metal event is announced by Black Sabbath, and they will do a Back to the Beginning farewell concert in Birmingham this summer. And Gojira will also be part of it. And one of Metal Oda's followers commented that the lucky ones attending this concert will have completed their ultimate mission on Earth as true metalheads. So, it's a lineup is insane. A true heavy metal superstar parade featuring Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, Sleep Token, and many others. And how did you get involved in this event? And which songs from which albums are you planning to perform in Birmingham?
So we got an offer from the Black Sabbath management. So and we couldn't say no. We said, of course. We want to do it. So it was a no-brainer, So it's unbelievable. The lineup is unbelievable, and we couldn't believe it. It seems like the kind of poster you see from 20 or 30 years ago when I was a kid and I saw all the Metallica, Pantera, Slayer, all these shows, and Black Sabbath, of course. I went to see Black Sabbath when I was 18 years old in Spain, with my brother, and we couldn't believe it. It's we were talking about the biggest band in the world, so being part of this bill. This poster is already an achievement. I mean, I can die after that. I would say so. About the content and what we are going to play, we still have time to figure it out. We wanted the timeline. We would love to know how many songs we can play. What is exactly, So, but I can tell you that the Gojira set is very short because it's a huge day. There's a lot of things
Yeah.
happening.
Uh-huh.
We have big names, but I think it's more like band won't play like super long sets, you know.
Exactly.
It's really being all together, and I can't believe. Imagine all these people backstage and all that. It's
Yeah.
you
It's
turn
like
your head and you see like all the legends. You know, it's crazy.
exactly. And Ozzy said, if I am to die on stage, I will.
Yeah,
That's what he
I
said.
heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that. No, he won't. He won't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. So
Wonderful.
I can't really tell you what we're gonna play for now. We still have time
Yeah.
to figure it out, so it's cool.
Let's keep it a surprise. And have you ever been to Birmingham, the home of metal, before?
Yeah. Yeah. I think we play many times.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm a bit confused when we play UK because the name of the cities. Sometimes I mix some of them, but we play for sure in Birmingham many times.
Okay. And what are the upcoming music projects of Gojira?
So yeah, it's just a new album. It's
New
a new
album.
album. You know, we've been working
Yeah.
on this album for so long, and I can tell you that it is going to be something I'm very proud of, and
Yeah.
mystical, intense,
Uh-huh.
a tiny bit back to the roots as well. So
Wow.
I can't wait. But again, we love to take our time. I know nowadays how the music is consumed and people drop
Yeah,
songs
it is.
months and all that, and sometimes a part of me is saying we should do that as well, but another part of me is like, as an example, I'm a huge Deftones fan, as you know, and I'm waiting for the album every 5 years, and I don't care, you know. And
Yeah.
it's imagine if Deftones was dropping a song every 6 months. I'm not sure about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
I see. I understand.
the
Yeah.
fact they disappear and they come back after 5 years, it creates like you need the album. It's almost like you need your fix, you know. So it's
Exactly.
I would say we have to assume it. We're an old school band. We don't have 20 years old anymore. We are not on this TikTok kind of energy, you know. So we respect how we work, and it's and the fans have to wait with us.
They have to wait. The Turkish metalheads here went crazy when Gojira's Istanbul concert was announced in October, and that was before the Grammy nominations. And what kind of show can we expect here in Istanbul? And what are your messages to your Turkish fans?
I love Turkey, and I have to say something. I'm the one in the band who said, if we don't play Turkey this summer, I don't go on tour. I'm joking.
Wow.
But a bit of that, yeah. I told the guys and all in the bands, we want to go back. We want to go back because we just played 2 times at the Rock Off Festival. The first one was Megadeth. We couldn't believe it. Like the energy of the crowd is mind blowing. You know, opening for Megadeth over there back in 2010 or 12, I don't remember, but was the kind of show you remember forever. You know what I mean? So when we went back the second time, and people were waiting for us with so much enthusiasm, and opening for Korn. Also, another show you never forget, you know. So and I told the band we have to go back as soon as possible. What are we doing, you know? But sometimes.
Perfect.
How to explain? We tour the US, we go to Europe, and there is all these offers in France, Germany, and all that. And sometimes we do the same countries over and over again. And but this time we just the band decided we wanted to go to Turkey. We wanted, so it's a no-brainer. We have to go. So I'm super happy. What I'm waiting, it's the same chaos than the two first. A crazy crowd.
Crazy crowd. Yeah, they are ready. I mean, they are very much excited. Everybody is very much excited about the upcoming concert.
Me too. I'm super excited. It's one of the show I'm waiting the most of the summer.
Oh, wow. And finally, what music means to Mario Duplantier in just one word.
Emotions.
Emotion.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Mario, thank you very much for your time and for taking time to do this interview and for being my guest here in Metal Oda. Take care.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Okay.
See you soon, okay? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.